joining us today. We welcome now Adam Todd, Director of the Governor's Job Affair Network for the Mississippi Department of Employment Security, and Ryan Beard, Director, the Office of Classification, Compensation, and Recruitment for the Mississippi State Personnel Board. Thanks for coming in, gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having us. Truly appreciate that.
Yeah, so tell us about this Mississippi State Agency Job Fair coming up. What's that all about?
Yeah, so, the Governor's Job Fair Network that is produced and put on through the Department of Employment Security, we do job fairs all across the state of Mississippi. We have helped private business and individuals connect dots for employment 30, 40 times a year. So we are really treating this just like we would every other event. We are making sure that the state agencies, they do have the best and brightest to help operate the functions of our state. So we are having a job fair that is just for state agencies. That is going to be at the Mississippi Trade Mart, March the 28th, 9 a.m., 1 p.m. And, if you ever grew up watching Wizard of Oz, some people may think there's this veil that's like, oh, state government, state government. Well, what we are really trying to do is remove that veil. If anyone has ever thought about serving the state in this type of a capacity, wondering what types of jobs, job opportunities, career paths there may be within state government, this is really the place to be and have a lot of those questions answered on the 28th.
So I assume then, like any typical private sector job fair, the agency employers are there, present, exhibit, have representatives, can answer all the questions, talk about the job opportunities?
Sure. So we're going to have 36 agencies now represented there, hiring jobs from maintenance technicians to accountants to IT professionals, social workers at the Department of Child Protection Services. So a wide variety of agencies, wide variety of jobs, making job offers on the spot if they have a candidate they want to hire.
Really? Okay.
So, yes, sir.
So can they find out more about this online, I assume?
Yes, the full list of agencies and jobs that are going to be being hired are available on the Employment Security's website.
Yeah, jobfairs.ms.gov to see a complete listing of every agency as well as their positions.
Say it again.
Jobfairs.ms.gov.
So you went through kind of a list of prospective job opportunities. I guess the question I would have is this due to normal attrition, or is this like an expansion of staff in some agencies that might need more workers?
It's a little bit of both. I think some agencies are always looking for certain sectors. Benefit specialists for Medicaid and for human services, things like that, are always looking for people. Highway maintenance technicians for MDOT are always looking for those type people. And then some agencies have openings that have come available here recently that they're looking to fill. Nurses at mental health, for example, are always on recruitment. So it's kind of a combination of both, the turnover and then, high turnover jobs that are constantly looking for new people.
Okay. What about the Department of Ed? Because obviously that consumes about half of our general fund budget. Would the Department of Ed, the agency, the state agency, would it be there as well?
Yes, as a matter of fact, we do have the Department of Education will be present. They're looking for school attendance officers, education program development specialists, education and program development team leads. So they also are bringing a plethora of jobs with their agency as well.
Okay, because I'm thinking that the jobs out in the field at the schools, within the school districts, that employment actually happens at the district school level. Is that correct?
Well, some can. And just as we have many agencies that follow us around the state of Mississippi,
sure,
not every state agency job is just in the Metro Jackson area.
Sure, yeah.
So even if you're outside of the metro area, come take a look, see what is offered, because there are many aspects within state government and jobs that are not just located within the Jackson city limits.
Yeah, human services, for example, offices in every county, at least one, right?
Yes, sir. Health department, Medicaid.
Yeah.
There's, I think, 55% of the state workforce is outside of the Tri-County area.
Okay. So that's a good point. Yeah, that folks would know. So even if you're from the outside the central Mississippi area, the Tri-County, as you said, you should still come to see and find out about these jobs that are available across the state.
Sure, yeah. like those school attendance officers, they have them all over the state. And they work with the county school districts in making kids are in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and learn about the benefits with state government and things that are offered. We will have PERS. We'll be there.
PERS, yep.
To answer a lot of questions that people may have. So, really, we've really tried to think this through to make sure that we can answer any questions that anyone may have, and we're really trying to, knock down some of those roadblocks to employment within state government. So we are really trying to take the hiring process as absolutely far as we can on site.
Well, and through the years, I think it's fair to say that the compensation in state government, in the public sector, has caught up to a great extent with the private sector.
We've done a lot over the past couple
Very
of years.
competitive.
Since January of 22, we've gotten a lot better in terms of compensation. We're still, Mississippi in general, the private sector and the public sector are both behind the national markets and things like even our regional markets. But as far as state to private, our salaries are very competitive for nurses and for engineers and things like that. So, yeah.
And then plus the benefit package, as you alluded to as well.
Yes, sir.
So we've got PERS, which is unique because of its defined benefit structure, and then of course state has health benefits, disability,
yes, sir, and
a
they have
wide array of other benefits.
The paid medical leave, paid personal leave, things like that are also very good benefits.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you have a feel for approximately how many jobs are we seeking in the state agency level right now? Are there reports provided by the agencies that say we need this many people, and we add all those up, this is the total number we're looking for?
In terms of vacancies, I think there's roughly 6,000 vacant positions statewide. Now, obviously, they're not all wanting to be filled today, but I think that for especially these really hard to fill jobs like correctional officers, certified nursing assistants at the mental health facilities, nurses at mental health, I think they'll take as many as they can get. To be honest, so I think there's a need for them statewide.
Yeah, well, you mentioned correctional officers. Every time Commissioner Kane is on the program or on Mr. Gallo's program, he always talks about and promotes the idea that he needs people. And I think he's also succeeded, is he not, since he's been commissioner, in securing an increase in the pay.
Yes, sir. The pay's come up a lot, and we brag Mississippi is one of the few states in the country showing positive correctional officer growth over the past couple of years, just because of what he and his HR office and we have worked with them on getting those salaries to where they are competitive. Yeah,
because I think that's been an issue, been an impediment to really staffing corrections at the level it needs to be.
Yes, sir.
I think the commissioner realized that, went to the legislature, and they were successful in increasing the pay.
Yes, sir.
Which is makes it more competitive in a tool he has now to attract people.
Make it more appealing. You're right.
Yeah, and those are jobs that could be sort of across the state as well.
Sure. I mean, they have South Mississippi Correctional down in Leaksville. They have Parchment up in the Delta. They have Holly Springs, Walnut Grove, Central. I mean, they have facilities all over the state.
And parole officers as well, right?
Yes,
which are widely dispersed.
Sworn law enforcement officers, yes, sir. That work through corrections, but we also have 11 agencies that have law enforcement officers.
Yeah.
And I would be willing to bet 8 to 10 of them are looking for law enforcement officers right now.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of opportunities. The breadth of state government is fascinating to look at because we have, like I said, direct care workers, CNAs at mental health. We have law enforcement. We have veterinarians. We have accountants, IT people, pilots. I mean, we have everything that falls under us. So.
Yeah, and might not know until they go to the job fair and learn about it, right?
Correct. Yes, sir.
The old adage, "You do not know what you do not know," is very accurate. And why we're doing this.
Yeah, and you've mentioned some jobs I honestly hadn't thought about, but after thinking through it, I can see where we do have those sorts of roles in state government because of the various functions of the state agencies. Yeah,
right.
It makes total sense. Interesting. Well, coming from the IT world, I'm pretty confident that every one of these agencies has IT people and needs IT people.
Yes, sir.
Constantly.
Yes, sir. And with technology changing the way it is and the needs changing, going from old mainframe systems to more modern cloud-based technology, that the technology is ever evolving, and so the people are having to evolve along with it, and the jobs we're looking for have to evolve to keep up with it. So
yeah, including corrections, I think, which is in the midst of a pretty aggressive project to modernize their systems.
Yes, sir, they are. There's several agencies going through modernization projects for their computer systems.
Yeah, so plenty of opportunity there.
Yes, sir.
And ITS will be present at the job
fair
as well.
Yes.
That's the Information Technology Services. For those that aren't familiar with the way state government operates, they're responsible for standards and procurement across the public sector. A great agency that I dealt with for 3 decades. So good people there.
They are.
Yeah. All right. Well, sounds good. One more time, the website.
Yeah, jobfairs.ms.gov, and we do encourage people to go ahead and pre-register and make it a much more smooth event coming through the doors.
Once again, the location and the date.
Mississippi Trade Mart, March 28th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Sounds good. All right, Adam, Ryan, appreciate you guys coming on.
Hey,
Enjoy.
thank you very
Thank you, sir.
much.
We're coming right back, folks, in the Element Wealth studio. Stay with us.